Cloud. Okay, hello everybody. This is Dr. Jennifer Gardella, and I am thrilled today to be interviewing Claire Brown Kohler of We Empower Leaders. For those of you who don't know, Claire and I have known each other for a very long time. Isn't she lucky? She was one of the very first individuals that I met networking back in 2012, 13, 14, as I was starting my business. Claire, thank you so much. We have such an important topic. I want you to first introduce you and what you do.
Hi, Claire Brown Kohler. My business is We Empower Leaders. I'm a business coach and advisor and leadership trainer.
So when your business is making you pull out your hair, it's time to call Claire, as we
You
say
could,
in ProVisors.
you got it.
So Claire was one of my spirit guides when I first joined ProVisors. And I was fortunate enough to have her guidance in this mess of testimonial, thankmonial stuff. I also referred her a piece of business right away. So she was able to guide that closed. So she was able to guide me through the process of watching her thank me, which was pretty cool because I learned the right way to do it. Claire, if you don't know, she's an above the board kind of person and does a lot of things the right way in business. I would probably say everything the right way in business. So Claire, why don't you tell us the difference between a testimonial and a thankmonial?
A testimonial is when somebody has referred you business. Now, the business does not necessarily need to have closed, but the person referring you had a clear idea of what you did and they sent you a potential client. A thankmonial is when somebody has done a favor, helped you out, um, potentially hired your child or has given you information that you needed or set you up with somebody that you needed services from. So a thankmonial is what it says. I thank you for something you did for me. A testimonial is a testament to that person's ability to bring you business, whether it closed or not.
Right. Brilliant. Always brilliant. Also, in ProVisors, we talk about one-on-one meetings. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of troikas, which is groups of three with people. Typically, we're not doing thankmonials for great one-on-one or great troika.
No, although the only time I think that's an exception is in the very early days of a meeting when you can help introduce who other people are. But this is really only in the early days of a group. And otherwise, you really want to keep those testimonials and thankmonials for clear cut services provided or businesses referred to you.
Yeah, or like a phenomenal connection, right? I refer a lot of people around ProVisors to good contacts of people they need to know, and then they come back and thank me, which is really nice.
Well, that's where you excel and you put almost everybody else to shame with your ability to connect this person to that person. It's awe-inspiring, really.
Well, and for those of you who don't know, as a side note, Claire and I are going to be talking about that very issue of how I keep up with it all in our new speaking gig that we're offering to ProVisors groups. But Claire, let's get back to the topic at hand right now. So, someone refers you business. You go to their group, their home group, and do a testimonial. What else can you do for them?
Find out what other meetings they're going to. I do it in my own home group. Even if they're not there, I will give them a testimonial in my home group. I think you can do it. I've done it as many as 3 or 4 times, a
Mm-hmm.
testimonial. Thankmonials, not quite so often, but testimonials, because you really want to make sure that you're um, not just crediting the person that referred the business, but really giving other people an introduction into what they do. So many times I've heard testimonials and I walk away with no clear idea about why that person was referred. So take some time, not reading, not by Chat GPT, but take some time to really dig into what it is that they do for their clients that helps them. I knew that Jen provided excellent social media services. I had great confidence when I referred her to my client because I was clear on what he wanted. I knew she would be a great fit. And he came back to me and his words, quote unquote, Jen is perfect. I'm not kidding. So
Let's
when I
get
gave
t-shirts with that on it.
I know. When I gave your testimonial, I mean, I relied somewhat on our own personal experience, but the more personal you can make it, And no denigration to those people who do haikus or do videos of their testimonial. Some people, that's the only way they're comfortable.
Right.
It does leave an impression, I will say that. But the main thing that you want in a testimonial is to really leave the other people in the group with a clear idea of what that person does and why referring them is beneficial. Know, like, refer, and trust. And a testimonial, if you're not doing business with that person, is the easiest way to help other people improvisers succeed.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate something you said, right? Like when someone refers you business, you go and hunt them down. Where are they going to be? Where can I thank them? Then I always invite that person. If you would like to come to Fort Washington, I'm happy to help you expand your network here as well. And then I do say, if you'd like me to come to an affinity group that you regularly go to or any other group, you let me know. And I I got a big bit piece of a big referral, didn't close business from someone in Ontario, Canada. And they are an in-person group only who happened to, I know. So what was I going to do? Like, do I get the group leader to read it? And they actually had a little Zoom component that I was able to sit there for 2 hours on, but made sure that they knew that I was coming in hot for that specific purpose. So I go out of my way when people really, when people refer in business to me, I think that we're all responsible for it to do that.
You're setting a great example. I'm close, but not quite as good as you are, I will confess. But you inspire.
Oh, apparently I'm perfect. So there you go. Okay, so for those of you who are still with us, because we're so entertaining, I am going to do a testimonial for Claire. So you have some sort of example, right? And Claire, you can critique me if you want. And then Claire's going to do one for me. So you have an example of that. So I'm here to give a testimonial for Claire Brown Kohler. She is the owner of We Empower Leaders. Claire helps your team and you gain clarity in your leadership skills so that they are more autonomous and accountable in their jobs. Claire was kind enough to listen very closely to what I needed in an ideal client, and she referred me to a close contact of hers from another networking group. That business has closed. Claire, I am very grateful. If you need help with your leadership in your organization, call Claire. How'd I
Thank
do,
you very
Coach?
much. Thank you. Thank you. So Jen Gardella, Dr. Jen Gardella of the Gardella Group is a #1 expert in social media marketing. Not only getting you on AI, which is her current claim to fame, but on all of the platforms, getting you more noticed and more business. And I've known Jen for many years, and I know how thorough she is, how creative she is, and how much her content is based on human beings, not AI generated slop. And so I have no trouble recommending her. And she referred a business to me, my ideal client. It was somebody in her mastermind, one of her many masterminds that she attends. And it was an ideal client. It was a business owner, and I'm working with him and his 3 lead electricians. So it's a beautiful relationship. He also speaks very highly of her. So I referred Jen with great confidence to my client, and I'm happy to be able to respond in kind.
Thank you. See how great we are? So Claire, I can't tell you how much I think that this video is going to help the general ProVisors community. And it's going right on my page on my website so that those who are a little lost and don't have superpower guides like you, as I did, to guide them through the early days of ProVisors, they now have both of us. How exciting is that? Okay, thanks so much for coming on. I'm going to stop the recording. And if anybody out there has questions, book a call with Claire.
Or Jen.